Alright, how's it going, guys? I am here with a Polaris Sportsman 500 HO rebuild, or not a rebuild, but like a overhaul type deal. So the starter went out on it, just sounds, it acts like the battery could be dead, then it don't do nothing, it cranks really slow if it does then. If you tap the starter, then it would you could hear like stuff grinding around in it to where you can tell that there's problems in the starter. So, got started taking it apart. Here's the air filter. There's gonna be 2 bolts here. You gotta take that apart and then you can pull off the air filter, or the air cleaner. Then, there's a breather pipe that is up underneath this plastic. You can see right where it was riding on this plastic. So I took off this 1 bolt here that's on the gas tank and then pushed up this plastic and pried it out and then undid it from the bottom right there. I put a paper towel in it just for so stuff wouldn't go down in there. And then you have first disconnect the battery terminal so we don't have problems there. Then you undo the hot wire to the starter. Then there's 2 bolts in the back. It's gonna be a pain to get to, but you got to use a metric 10, which I used the one that was on the that came with the foiler in the little rebuild, or in the little toolbox, because you know them 10s, they're like the most elusive thing in the world, which never seems like we have any. So anyway, I got the one on this side, the closest to like the gas tank, off, or unscrewed. It's so tight with that belt box housing for the belt that the bolts, you have to just work at it and finally get them unscrewed, then twist the starter one way and pull out the front bolt, then try and twist the starter the other way to get out the other bolt. Then you can come back with it and go up and get it out, is my thought. Haven't quite got there. I'm still working at it. So I just wanted to give you like a update. And yeah, so I got the front one out and I'm working on that one right there. And I will get back with you when I get that out and see what it looks like. So stay tuned, guys. Yeah. Alright, back at it. So, finally got the starter out. Turns out for some reason I had to go a full circle with it this way to finally get it loose, and then I could wedge it out. Like, finally worked. I'm just glad I got it. And then here it is. I took it apart because I was hoping I could just change the brushes. These 2 things right here. So that should be like not quite a ½ inch long. Like, they should be really long. And you can tell they're just like flush with it. So that's why it wouldn't start. It just lugged down. But you can just take apart these bolts and just get this little piece for like $11 or something. It ain't much at all. Or if you get the whole starter, it's like I don't exactly know what Polaris is, but it's like a couple $100, I think. But my problem is the magnet this thing. It's not the magnet. It's not the magneto, I don't think. But either way, this thing has wore so much from spinning that it's like, when you put it in here, like, this is where it belongs. It belongs right in there. When you put it in there, you can like wiggle it a little bit. And like soon it's probably all gonna explode, because that once happened on another Honda we had. Like nothing bad happened, but like these magnets just like broke and shattered and locked the whole starter up, and you weren't going nowhere. So I don't think I'm gonna chance it and try to just rebuild it. I think the easiest thing will be just to get a new one. But I'd highly recommend looking at them before you do. All you have to do is, when it's all put back together, it will look like... So, all I did was put this piece right back into it. But all you have to do is slide this piece on. Like, you're gonna take it off. If you take it apart, then you'll obviously, like, just go in reverse. But all it is this slides on this side, and then there's just these two long bolts that slide through it all, and there's like nuts right here, and you'll just tighten it all down and you're good to go. Not hard at all, but my problem is when you flip it on, no, I don't want to do that. You can there. You can kind of tell it just has wiggle, and I'm not going to chance it because it's such a pain to get it on top, or there on the motor like that. Most foilers are easy, they're just on the like bottom end of it and not hard at all, but you know, Polaris had to make the most complicated piece of work ever. So anyway, I'm going to put that back on, or I'm going to order me a new one and get that on. And yeah, so yeah, if you want to come back for more foiler fixings, I got a motor out of that. It's just kind of perched in there. I'm trying to get it back into it. That is a Yamaha Bear Tracker, and I'm going to do a video on that. Right there, I got a Honda, Honda 550, I think, or something like that. That I got a whole bunch of work to do on that. Has some gas problems. I'm sure this thing will be back in the shop again because it's a pain in the butt. But anyway, so yeah. I mean, like, for instance, why do they have the oil reservoir outside of the motor? Like, right there it is. We once stuck a stick through that and we had to, like, plug it. Like, the thing's a piece of junk. But it's ours and we have it and we have to, or like, we might as well keep it running, you know? So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This rebuild basically done. I don't know if I'll do more on it or not. So, yeah, stay tuned and catch you next time.